For the first time ever, U.S. oil futures have fallen below the price of zero, which essentially means sellers must pay buyers to take their oil. The price of a barrel of West Texas Intermediate crude to be delivered in May ended yesterday at negative $37.63. It rebounded into positive territory today. Let's get further analysis now from Chrysta Castaneda, oil and gas attorney and engineer based in Dallas. Chrysta, what does this mean?
Oh, it means that the oil market is just in a free fall, and companies in Texas and really oil companies anywhere are being decimated. We are losing hundreds of thousands of jobs, and it's all due to the fact that we're all staying in our houses, not driving and not flying on airplanes. The oil market is saturated, and there's no place for the oil to go.
Speaking of that, storage is a big problem.
It is a huge problem. In fact, I listened to a 10-hour Railroad Commission hearing, which is our oil and gas regulator, and they said that oil is going to run out of storage capacity in the next 3 or 4 weeks. So there's no place to put it. That's why nobody wants to buy it, and that's why the price actually went as negative as $43 a barrel on the futures market for West Texas Intermediate.
Boy, and that essentially means a seller has to pay a buyer to take it. I mean, does that actually happen?
It does mean that. It probably is unlikely to happen. It's more likely that the producers will just shut in their wells.
Yeah. So you can store oil offshore on these big specialty type ships, I guess, right? But that price has gone through the roof, of course, because of supply and demand. Does anybody do that, though?
Yeah, I mean, people who have storage and still have capacity left are making money hand over fist. See, they can buy oil at near zero and possibly less, although today's prices were futures prices, not for deliveries today. But they could buy at near zero and hopefully resell in months or, 6 months from now at $30, $40 a barrel. Make a huge amount of money, but not that many people have capacity.
We're speaking with Chrysta Castaneda, oil and gas attorney and engineer based in Dallas, talking about the U.S. oil futures prices falling below zero for the first time. This didn't happen after 9/11 in the aftermath?
No. This, as far as I'm aware, this has never happened to where oil has fallen to this degree. Never in the history of the stock market has it fallen to this degree.
And then things are looking somewhat better for futures prices in June?
Well, I think the issue is that June's just further out, and people are hoping it will recover. We are in a topsy-turvy world. We're going to see a lot shake out in the next 2 or 3 weeks, and we'll see how those June prices are looking.
So if we start going back to work slowly, phase 1, phase 2, then phase 3, does that help things, or to help oil, we need to be all in going back to work?
Well, oil, in order for the demand to recover, we have got to be going back to work. We've got to be getting on airplanes again. We've got to be driving again. But the rebound in demand is not going to happen as fast as oil is going to need for it to happen in order to save many, many, many companies and jobs. It's going to be too long and too far away, and there's going to be a huge shakeout. There already is.
When futures fall like this below zero, does that mean the price at the pump follows along?
Generally speaking, the drop in a barrel of oil, a price of a barrel of oil, is going to decrease the price you pay at the pump, but only so much, because it still costs money to transport it. It still costs money to refine it. So it's not going to go to zero. I know people would be wishing that gasoline were free, but that's not going to happen. And the real challenge for the consumer is going to be 6 months or a year from now, when we have less productive capacity because of this, and the prices rebound, and they rebound rather sharply to the high side.
Thanks, Chrysta. Chrysta Castaneda, oil and gas attorney and engineer based in Dallas.
America's First News is online all the time. Follow us on Twitter @ThisMorningShow. Like us on Facebook, or send us an email, thismorning@compassmedianetworks.com.